Alright, so finally broke down. Went to the dealer. Let's see, hang on a second. See what all I can show you on this and what I don't really necessarily want you to see. So, obviously you can kind of tell that I'm going to be working on the alternator. I'm kind of doing this mainly so I will know how to put this belt back on. So, goes around that, goes under and around and back over. Straight through the bottom right and around both of those. Back out through the top, comes across the tensioner, and then that goes under there. Okay. Ready, break. Sorry, I should have been looking at this. So, the what do you want to look at? I don't know. It's not much to look at. So, hadn't really had any issues with the car as far as running rough or anything like that. And then my son and I, we went from my house to the Ace Hardware, which is right down the street, about a mile away. The car was dead cold. Drove it over there, stopped it, went in, got what I needed, came back out, wouldn't start. It would crank over, it would spin over, but it wouldn't start. And I stood there for, I don't know, probably 15-20 minutes trying to get that thing to start. I pulled out fuses, and that's whenever I thought it might be the fuel filter. I was kind of just throwing stuff at it, but anyways, so yeah, so that didn't fix the problem. And then, about a week ago, pretty much did the same thing. It was dead cold, went from here to about a mile away again to pick up the boys. They were playing at a splash pad. Go to start it up, wouldn't start up. About 10 minutes later, pulling fuses and trying stuff, and it wasn't the same fuses, but wouldn't start. So that sucked. And then last Friday, I picked up my wife and her uncle, and we went down. We were on I-35. It was stop and go traffic. We were in traffic and stopped, and the car died and wouldn't start back up. Middle of the highway. Sucked. That's like the worst situation ever. So luckily it died with her uncle there, so he was able, my wife, she climbed over, she drove it as her uncle and I pushed it to the side. About 5 minutes later, starts back up. So that's enough. I'm taking it in. So I took it to my mechanic. He looked at it. And again, I'm getting the check engine light. No, check the charging system and check electrical system. And he checked the charging system, and he says it might be a bad alternator. He's like, but I think it's something more than that, like a ECM or something like that. And honestly, that's what I think it is. But anyway, so I took it into the dealer, and of course they charged me $98 to look at it. And he tells me, he's like, no, he says the only thing is it's the alternator. I'm like, well, I think it's something more than the alternator, because it's charging, but it's not starting, and now it's dying and all that stuff, and the battery's fully charged and it's giving me charge and blah blah blah. Anyways, so long story short, he says basically we can't do anything until after we get the alternator fixed, because if it's throwing something faulty out, then it's going to shut other systems down. I don't know. I've been out of being a mechanic for over 10 years now, so maybe things have changed. So here we go. Replace alternator and drive belt and recheck. Well, look, here's my drive belt. This is what pisses me off about dealers. Doesn't have to be replaced. See those tiny cracks? Yeah, doesn't have to be replaced. It's not necessary. Alternator, okay, needs to be replaced. Alright, decline due to price. Yeah, because you're going to charge me $975 for an alternator and a belt. And the alternator and belt and labor. I think it's like, well, not only is that expensive, but how about you need to replace both axle seals are leaking. So we'll throw an extra $827 in. The passenger compartment air filter needs to be replaced for $78, which it doesn't, because that's one of the first things I replaced whenever I bought the car. Anyway, 78 bucks. And wiper blades need to be replaced for almost $40. And I hadn't checked the wiper blades. No tear. No tear. So right there, that is full of crap. Oh, I just tore that right there. Okay. So that one needs to be replaced. Okay, so I'll buy new one of those. But that didn't tear until I pulled on it, which tells me he didn't pull on it. Anyways. Alright, back to this. So, went down to O'Reilly's. Here's the new alternator. $149. And the reason why I like to get the part first is, one, so I can compare it as soon as I get it out. Two, it lets me know exactly where the bolts are. So this is going to sit in there like this. I got a bolt up there, bolt down there, and then it's got, dang it, it's got like a couple deals here and one here. That's probably that little heat shield thing. So I know I got one connector there, and then that's probably the positive right there. So okay, so sweetness. So we'll get after it. Like I said, I mainly wanted to record this so I'll know where and how the belt goes on there. But see if I can squeeze this down here. There's the top bolt, bottom bolt, and then I have no idea how the heck I'm supposed to get back up underneath there. But I'll figure it out. For you know, for what, $800 savings, I think I'll take my chance. Well, I guess $825 savings. I think I'll take my chances. So here we go. I'll get back with you. So yeah.